Okay, so we really want to focus on what we think truly has helped our business. Um, and it's like no secret. And that's by getting and sharing our own results. I mean, that's going to be the number one thing we tell all of our coaches when we start is that to have a successful business, you have to be proud of the product and show that you're using it and to get prove that the program works. And so we want to encourage anyone that's not been like getting to customers consistently to join us in our first coach challenge group. So you'll run your own still in January, but we'll also have a coach challenge group. And this kind of will be a place where you can get filled. And so we're going to start it January 6th, and we are going to run it for 3 weeks long. And part of it is going to be a personal development. And we're going to do the book Compound Effect. But also within the challenge group, we're going to share ideas daily of like what to post, because I know that that's something that people struggle with is the posting of like how to share your story. And then, so we'll give daily posting ideas. And what I would really like to see, I think, is like we'll have like a daily post thread, and so you can post your link to where your like post is, and then we can all go comment and like on it so that it's like popping up in people's feeds, like so we can encourage each other, because I also know how it's like, oh, I made a post today and no one liked it. And so it's a way to like encourage that. And then also give you ideas for your Instagram stories and or Facebook stories, whichever one you use. We're going to do a daily nutrition check-in. So it's just so we can be making sure that we're starting the year strong in our own nutrition and helping us. Hoping that you also take this moving forward to your own teams, or to your own challenge groups. So you can use some of the things that we're doing, but use it in your groups. And then we're going to do weekly progress photos each week. And so by the end of it, hopefully you have a before and after for 3 weeks, whether you don't have a before or, like here we are, I'm recommitting. And then 3 weeks later, this is what you can do in 3 weeks. That ends with still some time in January so that you can set up your January to Hit Success Club to get people to join you for February, and to make a good February group. And then we're going to do a Biggest Loser wins $50 just for a fun little competition. So and we'll do that based on percentage. So it won't be by weight, actual like pounds loss, but like a percentage loss. If you don't want to participate in that part, that's fine too, but I just think that'd be fun to give a little bit of a challenge. I know it's fun to win, and since we're all running our own groups, it's hard to win in your own group. So it's a way for you to do something. So that's kind of the idea behind it. It's just that we're going to encourage each other in our own journeys. It's so much of us coaching is a lot of us pouring out to others. And I think a lot of times we feel guilt if we're not doing things correctly, or we feel like we're giving, and sometimes we need to be poured into. And so hopefully this is a place where you can be a challenger and be poured into and be encouraged in your own journey as you pour out to others in this month as well. Jacqueline, did you want to share anything with kind of that idea?
I was just going to say one of the using that Biggest Loser prize is a great way to leverage this, because this is a coach only group. So I know a lot of times from the corporate level, we have these incentives to sign coaches. But if you have a friend who might be interested in that Biggest Loser competition, you can leverage that as a way to say, hey, if you sign up as a discount coach, then you can be entered into a Biggest Loser competition for $50. You don't underestimate that, I guess that little edge that can give you in just signing up 2 discount coaches. You could easily rank Advanced to Emerald by 2 people who want to jump into this group for the, like, this is the group with the ultimate accountability because we are all coaches here. So you can really use this to launch new coaches as well on their journeys in January.
Yeah, and so the main thing too is we want to encourage you, if you have new coaches or people that say they want to work the business and haven't worked the business, this is a great place for them. It's a great place to have a fresh start. It's 2020. It's a new place to start, and you don't have to have before and after program or pictures to start coaching. We're going to start the journey like it's day one for coaching, and just encourage you in your journey. So does anyone have any questions about that piece and kind of what that will look like? Okay.
I just want to
All
say
right.
that I'm super excited to see everyone's before and afters of this program because everyone on the team has the ability to have a dramatic before and after if we all like dial in 100%. Like, and the truth is that me committing to this challenge group is I'm doing this for the team, and Crystal committing to this challenge group is helping my business, and Casey doing this for the challenge group is helping Crystal's business, because we're all able then at the end of January to share and leverage each other's stories, because I might not be a teacher, but Casey might be a teacher, and the fact that she can still get these results with a teacher's schedule, that will speak to people who I'm friends with who are teachers who say, oh yeah, well, like, people have excuses for why things don't work for them, but now we can share each other's stories and just impact and really create belief in the people that are in our network that, hey, you can do this no matter how busy or specific your lifestyle is.
Okay. We'll move on then. Oh, just a second. They're packaged, so I have to grab one. But so the Success Club November Success Club winners or earners were Jacqueline, Amanda, and Casey, and so they're all getting these fun little headbands. I'll make a picture when they get them, but I'm just sending them out today. And then Casey and Crystal and Nicole and Kyle and Rachel all had points. So awesome job in November. I kind of want to re-chat through the promo codes. So did you guys get your promo codes on December 1st or 2nd? Because I did not get mine, and I had to go like chat with them. So did everyone get them? It was like an important message from Carl is what it said. Okay. And so if you use those before the 13th, you'll get them refreshed. So if you let's say you use 2 of them, then on the 13th, you're going to get 2 more. So it's kind of a way for you to earn more promo codes for the end of the month. So if you do have someone interested in coaching, they can do that with the bar. Like, they can purchase bar now and get into the coach test group, which, again, if we're talking about things to leverage, there's some people that really like being coached by the trainer themselves. And so if there's somebody that really is into bar, that would be a great opportunity for them to be in a challenge group with the creator of the program. And then on 16th, the VIP bar blend packages released. And if you're newer and don't kind of know the progression of how things are launched, on the 16th, you actually get like 5 prep workouts and a calendar, and you can see the meal plan and all that kind of stuff. But the workouts won't actually be released until January 13th. So it's kind of like, and they're going to give like a prep calendar, things like that. So the VIP, like on the 16th, you can get prep workouts, but you don't actually get the workouts, if that makes sense, until the 13th. And then December 16th, we're going to have a team call, and we're going to try to do like a plan your month of January. We've talked about how, like, I've shared things, I've shared my calendar, and then you're not sure when to invite and all that kind of stuff. So we want to kind of teach you through how to plan out your month for January. And so if you can have a blank, like you can go on Google and Google like a January 2020 calendar in printable and just have it printed. It's really helpful. Like even if you have a planner, I have like 5 planners because I'm nerdy like that. So even if you have a planner, it's nice to still have a printable just for you to kind of like mark things up before you like put it permanently somewhere. Or at least me personally, because I don't like my planner to look all like, wait, I was gonna do that here, and it's like scribbled. So that way you can kind of mark it up and see. But we'll kind of talk through the like why we do a challenge group, what weeks we do them, and why we do free groups the week that we do them, and why we do like a coach preview, why I run, like I go down to planning like my stories, like certain parts of my stories on, you know, in my call to action days, that kind of stuff. So we can talk through that just to kind of give you an idea, but to also make you guys leaders and start leading your own teams so that you're more comfortable inviting. I know that the biggest thing this year just was, well, they're doing a group and I think it's going to be this, and we're going to start maybe on this day. And I think these are going to be the details, but I'm not sure. And like, you don't feel confident sharing because you aren't sure what you're sharing or inviting to. And so hopefully that by planning your own month out, it will help give you the confidence to invite to that. It's the goal. And then I also want to shout out that July 15th through the 19th, we're going to be at Coach Summit in New Orleans. If you're a new coach within the last 6 months, you can still purchase that for $145. Otherwise, I think it's like a $225 amount right now. And it might go on sale again. Sometimes they have specials throughout. They'll throw them on here or there. But we want everybody at Coach Summit because it really is the best event of the year. But just hope that you guys have confidence. I was going to ask tonight, I think, what is your, we've been talking, Jacqueline and I kind of have been talking a lot about Success Club and how to get people hitting Success Club every month. And we're trying to do incentives and things like that. I guess what is like stopping you from hitting Success Club? Is it the inviting piece? Is it waiting too long towards the end of the month? Do we not understand the value of hitting it? Do you know what the value of hitting Success Club is and what it gets you? That piece. So I just kind of like feedback because I want to know what we can do to kind of help you be more confident in that piece.
I just wait too long. I wait until like the last couple days of the month, and then I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and then don't put in the work. So
for me, I feel like I'm just establishing connections, and I don't know that transition. I don't have that confidence or comfort level. Like, when do I jump in with like the offer without like being ghosted or being shut down? That sort of situation. And maybe it's the newness in me, or maybe someone else needs to rehear that as well.
Does anyone want to answer that? Okay.
I was gonna say, you can't be scared to get ghosted or shut down because it's 100% gonna happen. And the only way to get over that feeling is to have it happen like 100 times to you, which probably you don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. And I know like Ashley and Jacqueline always say, go for no's. Like you're gonna have 20 no's before you have one yes, and maybe even more no's than that. But you just got to do it. You got to cut the skin and just do it.
And you might have 20 non-responses, honestly.
Yeah.
More than a no. But I do find that like when people ghost me, I don't let that say anything that isn't said in words. Like when they ghost me, I just pretend like I never even asked what I had asked, and I jumped right back in with normal conversation. Because chances are, like, something else is happening in their life. Maybe they didn't see it. I'll throw it out there. Hey, I'm running a 5-day Shakeology sample group, running Biggest Loser style, and giving away $25. You interested? No response. All right. A week later, 2 weeks later, hey, how can I pray for you and your family? How are you this week? No response. 2 weeks later, hey, is there anything I can do to help you stay accountable to your fitness goals? Would you like a free meal plan? Like, I offered them an invite, and then my next 2 follow-ups after they ghosted are, I'm actually giving them something. I'm not like tricking them into an offer, so to say. Like, I don't want them to feel like I'm tricking them into anything. Like, the next 2 offers are, hey, here's a meal plan. Hey, how can I pray for you? And then chances are one of those 2 things will trigger them to ask for my free offer of prayer or a meal plan or practical accountability that doesn't cost them anything. And then I get to go back around and say, hey, I'm doing a free 12 days of fitness group. Would you like to be in it? Or, hey, I'm doing a 21-day fix group. Me and 3 other people. We really want to kill it in January. Are you in? And I keep my invites short and simple like that. Just don't complicate it. Like, pretend like you're literally talking to somebody you're super close with, and just confident, casual. And I pretend like I'm talking to that person with everybody I'm talking to. Like, whoever I'm chatting with, I just pretend like they love me. They're super interested in what I'm saying. And if they're ghosting me, it's because they have kids like this who distracted them from responding back to me. So yeah. I don't know if that helps, Amanda.
That helps, because I didn't know where the line was of when do I jump back in, when do I back off. I guess, and I was listening to one of the maybe national wake-up calls or something. I can't remember. I listened to so many different things. And they were saying something similar, like, I don't accept no until they really tell me no. And then I go back in even later after they've told me no, because it meant no then, not no a month later.
Mm-hmm. Well, so. and it really, like, it doesn't mean you do things and treat people in a way that you wouldn't want to be treated yourself. Like,
right.
None of us want to be actually pushy and just self-serving in the fact that I just want you to buy something from me. And I don't think that's the culture in anything really that Beachbody does, especially in this team. But it doesn't, like, when somebody ghosts me, I try to respond a day later just to break the awkwardness. Because the truth is when they ghost you, now they feel awkward. Mm-hmm. And then if you let more time go on, then you feel awkward. And if you just roll with it with just new topics or new conversation, even try to ask them something like, hey, saw your kid did this. That's super fun. What, like, how'd they get involved in that? Just ask some life. It allows them to re-engage and allows them not to feel awkward too, that they didn't respond to you. I need to go down.
Thank you.
But like Casey Partridge wrote in the chat box that a lot of people will come back to you after ghosting you. Like, it might be months later. It might be like, and they will, and they'll be like, hey, I want information about your boot camp. And you're like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, they're not saying no to you. They're just they're still watching you. They're saying no to the opportunity. So.
Yeah. I was just going to add, which basically what Jacqueline said. I usually, if someone's ghosting me, I'll invite them like 3 times. And if they don't respond after the 3rd time, then I just kind of leave it alone. But I do notice, like, I've had multiple people, like you said, Ashley, who've ghosted me 3 times, never answered. And then when they're ready, they think of you and they reach out to you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And like Casey said, they're always watching. They're still watching.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll add into, like, the biggest part of what Ashley had started the call with was the fact that all of anyone's successful business in Beachbody starts with a successful personal story. And so if you are still feeling a little unsure about inviting, then just keep focusing on your own nutrition and keep focusing on your own health and being a product of the product, because as you continue to do that, you're going to build confidence. And the longer you build that confidence in your own personal transformation and in your personal development mentally and emotionally, then all of a sudden those things that like mattered 3 years ago to me, they don't matter anymore. And it's so much easier. But I wasn't in this place when I first started either. So if you still feel a little unsure, focus on your own personal fitness and just focus on yourself, and commit to a program, commit to the nutrition, do what you need and share that story. And then all of a sudden it's going to be easy to offer the invite and pull the trigger because you feel so good with what you've done that you want to ask people to do it with you. And you know what this can give somebody, that it really is a gift to somebody else. Just like the coaching opportunity is truly a blessing to somebody. If you say, hey, come join me in January and start earning money towards a free vacation, like that's a gift to somebody that can't offer. And no other company can offer that really in the avenue that we can.
So one thing I want to encourage you as we finish December and we go into January is think about that free trip and think about a 5-star all-inclusive resort, totally paid for you and somebody else. I currently work a full-time job that pays my bills, but we would never be like the job that I have, we would never be able to afford that for my family. And think about that opportunity for somebody else, like, or for yourself. Like, you can go on a trip. We don't know where it will be at that year. Okay. No, I haven't. Go ask Daddy.
Daddy has a
I don't have a red key.
They call.
I don't have a red key. Okay, just go, please. Sorry. Like, think of what that, like, I know people that think they never can go on a vacation, just them and their spouse, because they can't afford that. But like, if you could earn it, like 4 or 5 people a month, you helping can earn you that trip. It's usually like this year it's in the DR. We're going to the DR in March. It's been in Mexico. It's been a cruise. So places like that. And so that can be something, if that's more than like hitting Success Club, is just earning that trip. Like, I know for me, it was like, once I signed up, it was like, oh, I've got to earn these dollars. So each month I got like a notification of how many dollars I earned towards my trip. And that's super motivating for me. It was like, okay, now I know that we're all paid for, and I earned enough that we got like $700 credit at the resort. So that's kind of fun. Like, not only do we get to go for free, but we get to do free things while we're there, which is super fun. So think of that as an opportunity for you into 2020, that you can earn that for you and somebody else. Or like, we can bring the kids, we're going to bring the kids, and Leah was like $30 a day to pay for. So it wasn't very expensive to add her on. Emerson was free. So you could bring your family as an inexpensive vacation. But otherwise, I just want to encourage you, if it's because you're procrastinating, to think of it as like the 15th is my deadline. I have those promo codes till the 15th, and that's my deadline to use them, and use this time for the next 4 days, or the 13th, to use those promo codes and see how many you can get done. The first person to get them done, I'm going to give something special to. So if you've used them all, post in the team page, and you're going to get something for using them. So just, I know what happens when you wait till the last 2 days. And if you're one that waits till the last 2 days, what happens is you message a bunch of people and you get stressed and overwhelmed. And then you're like done with trying to do the whole thing until the last week of the month again. And so if you start out just having strong conversations Even if your goal is right now, maybe you're not asking because next week, 2 weeks from now, it's Christmas. Just have conversations with people so that week after Christmas, while you're inviting that week, it's not so stressful because it's not this like whole new conversation you're trying to have with somebody because you've been having conversations for the whole month. So maybe if you're worried about inviting right now, just focus on 10 conversations. That's not really a lot to have, and just be in conversations with people. You attend them now, by the 25th or the 26th you're starting, you're gonna have 17 days or 170 people you've had conversations with, or potentially they might ghost you on conversations. That's another thing to talk about, is that sometimes people ghost me on the offer for prayer. So don't feel bad if they ghost you on the opportunity for a challenge back. They ghost me on prayer. Jacqueline's talked about that too. It's like, yeah, we get ghosted for prayer. So it's what it is.
I was telling my this morning, kind of like one of my tricks, I guess, for Success Club that I haven't fully realized like I do consistently is at the beginning of every month, on like my monthly view of the calendar, I like write out 3 lines. And like those are the people, like when somebody actually purchases, I write their name and I fill their name in on that line. So it's silly, like it's literally writing out 3 lines. Like it's nothing magical, but there's something about like it forces my mind to focus on like my number one goal for the month is who are my 3 people. And the truth is like 3 people in a whole month it's not a lot. Like, and that's not hard to do. For some reason we like overthink it and overanalyze it and make it like it's this big impossible thing. So one, I want to challenge just everyone's belief. Like if you start telling yourself every morning, like this is figure outable. Success Club is figure outable. I can achieve this. Like then you'll start achieving it. Like at one point when I started coaching, I just believed, and even still, like right now, I'm sitting at Success Club 0, and I do this a lot, and I wait till the end of the month, but I feel like I follow through with it because in like my heart of hearts, I deeply believe that no matter what happens this month, I will hit Success Club. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know why I believe that so strongly, but I believe it. Like I just believe that I will make it happen. And that belief, you guys, just has to be there for you to even begin taking those steps. Because if you don't believe it's going to happen, then you're going to have conversations and they might ghost you, or they might say no, or they might be discouraging. And then you're going to be like, I can't do this. Like you're going to so easily talk yourself out of one, your ability to do it, which is so silly. There's nothing about ability in achieving Success Club. Like there's no special skill. There's no special ability that someone has that you don't have. Like it is literally about believing that you can, and then putting your head down and doing the work and believing that you have something to offer people and believing that this will help change someone's life. It will help give them confidence. It will solve the problem that they have, and believing in yourself that you can answer any question that they have for you. And the best part is if you don't know the answer in the moment, it's okay to say, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. And then you go to the FAQs or you go to Google and you figure out the answer and you get back with them. Like people don't trust you less when you don't know the answer. The only time you lose trust from people is when you are inauthentic. If you are just copying something, or you're giving generic responses, or you're just copy pasting a bunch of hey girl messages, that's when people don't trust you. But if you are genuinely reaching out to people, talking to people, and building connections, and believing in your heart that, okay, I am going to do this. I am going to build a business. I am going to earn that trip. Like for the majority of us, those might be 3 or 4 affirmations that we all need to start saying at the beginning of the year, come January. Like, as we finish out December, like, I am going to earn that trip in 2020. But I just want to encourage you guys, like, take a note card or look at your notebook, wherever you do your trackers, if it's on a tracker or anywhere, and write out the 3 lines and then think about that. Like, and ask yourself the question every day, like, who are my 3 people? Who are my 3 people this month? That's what I ask myself. And so I guess in some ways, like, I feel like that has impacted my ability to hit Success Club, because I am, like, subconsciously made that a habit, and I subconsciously am focused on that at the end of it. Like, if I haven't hit Success Club or had conversations, I'm not necessarily going to go listen to a training yet. If I haven't, like, I prioritize my business building activities, based off of what my goals are. Like, if I need to be doing other things, then I'm not gonna go pour myself into a free group if I really should just be putting out invitations and having connections with people and talking to people. So write out your 3 lines and focus on that tonight, tomorrow, and go, who are my 3 people? It's easy. Who are your 3 people this month? And then just ask them and do it. And just say, hey, this might sound crazy, but because I'm about to do this tomorrow and I'm restarting 21 Day Fix. I'm going to finish it by the end of the year. But I'm going to ask like 2 or 3 people tomorrow and just be like, hey, I know this is crazy, but let's start 21 Day Fix and let's do it by the end of the year. Like, I know you're ready. I know you want this. Like, do it with me. It'll be an easy, small group. Like, so just find something that you're excited about doing and ask people to do it with you. Good job.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
So Success Club, 3 people. Is that only challenge groups, or is there any other way to provide something from Beachbody that would equal a challenge?
Challenge pack.
Challenge
Mhm.
pack.
They could just do an HD order of Shakeology and HD of the Performance Pack, so Recover and Energize together, or 3 boxes of Beach Bars on HD. Basically, it's the things that get you Success Club points are things that are on Home Direct.
Okay.
So if there's like a combination thing, like they wanted Energize, collagen, bars, let's say they want those all in HD, like one of each of those, and they add up to 90, then that would be 1 point.
Tomorrow.
Okay. So Home Direct 90 PV 1 point.
If it's a combination, but
Yeah.
Shakeology is Home Direct 90 PV, but that gives you 2.
Yeah.
Shakeology gives you 2.
Okay.
So one thing I do want to add with Success Club, this is just in December, I have gotten somebody named Corey. They purchased Beachbody on demand and I got their commission. Somebody else purchased Shakeology and I got their commission. Christy, she purchased a program and I got her commission. Virginia purchased Shakeology and I got her commission. Sherry purchased Shakeology and Anne purchased Shakeology. So that's like 7 orders just in the last 10 days of free customers, just because over time I've hit Success Club every month and I'm an Emerald or higher and I get free customers, and every time they order you get commission off of them, and I did nothing to do that. Like, and I try messaging. I've messaged these people multiple times to try to support them and help them, just like the promise of being a coach, and they don't respond. I don't know why. I've had like 2 respond ever, but you can earn free customers. So like Amanda, you'll probably get a couple this month, and they might, like, initially they might just be somebody that signs up for a Beachbody on demand, like Beachbody account, but they don't purchase anything. And then like a month later, they might purchase something and then you get it then. So, but if you hit Success Club 10, then you get Shakeology, people that buy Shakeology, and you get their commission, and that you do get commission on. So,
Okay. because I hit Success Club 5 and I got one person that got Beachbody on demand, and she's not
Yep.
responded to my emails.
Nope, she probably won't.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really common. I don't know, other people that have gotten free people, have you had any luck people responding?
I've had no people respond to me from free things. But that was super motivating to me in the beginning as a new coach, because I was like, oh, anything I can do to get a free lead or a free customer, like, that's amazing. What do I need to do that? Like, I think that was more motivating to me than the actual commission, like knowing that it was somebody who's already interested, already excited, like, okay, done. I got that.
I've had 2 people respond to me, and then on top of that, even I have 3 people that consistently buy Shakeology every month, and I've emailed them multiple times asking if they want the discount, and they still have not answered me. So it's like,
Yeah. The same thing happened. I have one lady who, she actually answered me once, I think, but she was like, I'm not interested in in a challenge group or anything like that, which is fine. But she buys Shakeology, not every month, but every other month-ish. So at least get that. But yeah, no one ever responds. Usually.
But free customers. So that was my spiel. I just was curious because it's like we were throwing out ideas of like how to incentivize Success Club, and I just wanted to see like what was something that was preventing us from hitting it. So does anyone have anything to add or share? Okay. So by the 6th, if you are going to be in the coach challenge group or have a purchase of the compound effect so that we can read that together. And if you have coaches underneath you that aren't here, kind of share with them what we're doing and invite them to this. The challenge group, I'll put more stuff in the team page, but it's just a great way for them to get confidence in their coaching journey and their own health and fitness journey. And again, use it as an incentive for people to sign up with you as a coach in January too. So, or now.
I have a question. Sorry. Are we running our coach group in the team page or in the Inspire United Challenge page?
We're not going to do an Inspire United Challenge page because I wasn't going to go through and like take everyone out. So
okay.
Probably our team page.
I wasn't sure if like us doing it in that big group would spark anybody else's interest in doing it, even though it was just coaches. So, you know,
We can talk about it. Yeah.
Brainstorm ideas.
Let me think on that. I have pros and cons. I don't want to turn down your answer. That's the 3 in me that turns down your bright ideas. It does. It happens all the time. We do this all the time. She's like, shares all these things that I'm like, no. Thank you, Crystal. It's Darren Hardy.
I was gonna add something.
Yeah.
I feel like I was talking to my coach Kate tonight, and she's really new. She hasn't been on a team call yet, but we were just talking about how she feels like she doesn't know what to do. Like she sits down and she's like, I don't know what to do, and then that leads her to just do nothing. And she's like, oh, I'll start again tomorrow. And I mean, I was like that too, where we're like, okay, we're gonna have our power hour, we're gonna sit down and work. But then you sit down and you're like, I guess I'll post the story or something. But I think it's just important. I told her tonight, and I would tell myself this too if I was restarting, like, if you don't know what to do, send 10 invites. I think that's the easiest and like most business building activity you can do. And I feel like we get caught up, especially having Ashley as our coach, because she makes all the prettiest graphics and does all the things, that we feel like we have to do that too. And it's just like, I don't do that and I can hit Success Club. Like, I think inviting is the most important. and showing up for your own journey, because if you're not doing that, people don't know what you're doing. So when you reach out to them, they're like, what? Like, I had no idea. So I just feel like if you're stuck, you don't know where to start by, like what Jacqueline said, committing to your journey and then just sending invites. Literally, if you only do that, you'll be successful. Just wanted to share that because I talked with Kate about that earlier.
And then kind of to echo what Casey said, I think starting to do power hours would be awesome. So go for it. There's a link in our team page called the Hustle Hour, and it's in the announcements. So share when you're going to hop on and do it together. But also, as you're adding coaches, that is something to think about in doing one-on-ones with them, is like for 30 minutes, go through coach building activities with them and walk through having conversations and having invites, and do that with them. Like that can be part of one of your things that you do with them, and just lead them through that. If, you know, we do have some recordings of the trackers that kind of show what to do in your business hours. So you could use that if you can't meet with them always, but that's a good way to start. But I'd love to see people doing power hours together. Even if you just have one or two of, or like if you have 2 or 3 of you, like hop on. It doesn't have to be 10 to do it. So yeah, that's all I have tonight. We need more than just me and Kate. That's very true. They hop on together and they just talk and they don't get anything done.
No, we would never do that.
Our intentions are always good, but it just, I feel like we say, okay, we really need to do something like 7 times.
But then, what are you doing on Saturday again?
I'm so excited to see so many new faces tonight. Really fun to watch our team grow and to see you guys show up. So if you're new around here and you have questions, or you feel a little lost or overwhelmed by things that are said, or like conversations, or what we're even talking about sometimes, don't feel like you're out of place. We have all felt that overwhelm of, yeah, okay, they're talking about that, like I should know what that is, or like I should know where that is, and I don't know. Just ask, shoot in the chat box, or message your coach and be like, okay, they were talking about this and I don't really know. So just let us know. It's we can't really help you as much as we want to if we don't know where you need help. So don't be afraid to ask. We've all been completely overwhelmed at the very beginning of this too. So
I agree. All right.